is a kitchen tool. You know how I love my kitchen gadgets.
She does.
This one, I think, absolutely surpasses my husband. I met him in 1982, and I think I got this in 1980. It was Graham Kerr, the Galloping Gourmet. Do you remember him?
I remember that a little bit, yes.
Yeah, oh, he was my god. He was my god. I'm telling you, I just loved it. He just made food preparation so much fun. So what...
I think you do the same thing too.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So what this is actually a strainer. And the next dish that we're going to be making is tzatziki.
I've never really made that, so this is going to be really interesting. I'm going to be learning now.
Now, tzatziki is a traditional Greek condiment that they almost have with everything. You know, short of their toast in the morning, they've got it on everything. You may have heard it called yogurt sauce or tzatziki or cucumber sauce.
Okay.
But basically, this is what we're going to be making today. So the primary ingredient of the tzatziki is Greek yogurt. We've all heard an awful lot about Greek yogurt lately in the past year or so, and the reason that we've heard so much about it is that compared to our domestic yogurt, there is a lot more protein in the Greek yogurt, so you're getting a lot more bang for your buck.
And doesn't Greek yogurt have active ingredients?
Oh, acidiphilophilis. Did I actually say that right? Aren't you impressed?
I am. So,
only got a lot of them.
That's right. So again, what is this and what have you done with the Greek yogurt?
Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the Greek yogurt and I have actually dropped it in this strainer. Now, I've done this, when did we do this? Around 10 o'clock this morning, so it's been several hours. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the liquid out of the yogurt. That way, what we're left with is almost a cheesy consistency, a cream cheese consistency. So,
is that because yogurt comes from a goat?
not necessarily. You can have goat milk yogurt. You can have cow milk yogurt. Now, if you were having traditional Greek yogurt, it is goat's milk. Here in the States, we do it with cow's milk. Okay,
now,
so this is all of the liquid so far that's come out of the 32 ounces of Greek yogurt.
wow, look at all of that.
Over a cup. Over a cup. And why is it that we want to strain the yogurt? We want to strain the yogurt so that when we're making our tzatziki, it doesn't become soupy.
So Kippy, if we didn't have this lovely little strainer, how could we do this? How could we manage to do this?
We could use a normal strainer with a little piece of cheesecloth, and that's all you would need.
You know what that looks like to me? I don't know if any of you seen those, like reusable coffee filters.
They
have this
yeah.
really fine screen. And I bet you that would do a very similar job. So I'm going to check that out if I don't have cheesecloth.
That's a great idea. So now we're going to, if we can, I don't know if we're going to have a really good look, but do you see how?
Wow, that's like...
Okay, it's really like cream cheese. Take that. And because I'm going to be using this in another dish a little later on, I'm going to put some here in the bowl for our brownies. There we go. Okay.
Wait till you see what happens with this.
So now we're going to add a little garlic.
Do I have to have garlic?
No, you don't have to have garlic, but if you're doing the traditional tzatziki, lots and lots of garlic. It's just one of those things. So, now we have got the next main ingredient, which is an English cucumber.
How did you get it to look like this when it looked like that?
Well, the first thing that I did was peeled some of the green, some of the skin off, cut it in half, and there are a lot of people, as Hilary is, that are very sensitive to cucumber. Sort of gives them the burpees.
That's right.
So if you get rid of the jelly and the seeds on the inside of the cucumber, you will not have the same kinds of issues. Now, the difference between the English cucumber and our traditional domestic cucumber is that there are already a lot less seeds and a lot less of that jelly substance that's inside the cucumber. So this is by far the best one to use. Can you use the other ones? Absolutely. You're just going to have to do a little more scraping.
If they come all the way from England, I guess they're not too fresh.
They are very fresh. You can buy them at your local market.
Absolutely.
But-
Stater Brothers.
That's right. It was very easy though to scrape that out. Whether you use a melon bowler, any of Kippy's fabulous kitchen tools, or just a regular teaspoon.
So now we're going to take these and we're going to
Put them in your food processor.
put them in the food processor.
Kippy! Kippy! You know,
We're going to have to get some recipes where I'm not using a food processor.
I have a
can do
question.
that now.
I have a question for you. Before you start the motor and we can't hear you, I want to know, why is a food processor better than, like, most people have, like, blenders and that, but what's the difference, and why should you, if you want to really cook and make it easy for yourself, why would you choose a food processor?
Well, the basic difference between a food processor and a blender is the width, the circumference of the bowl. So when you're thinking of a blender, you're thinking of a bowl that's got a bottom like this, okay? Whereas here you've got a full area where you can distribute and be able to grind or whatever the food that you're doing much quicker than you would a blender. Now, if you were using a blender, unfortunately what's going to happen is, because it's sort of restricted, you're going to end up liquefying a lot of things. So, food processors. You see, I've got a Cuisinart. It is one of the first kitchen implements that I purchased. It is probably at the time one of the top of the line food processors there were. It's got a really tough motor.
Powerful.
Powerful, very powerful motor. And it comes in a variety of sizes. Now, the best hint that I can tell you as far as getting one of these babies is to go to your thrift shops. You have no idea how many people get these for wedding gifts and never take them out of the box. I have actually purchased 4, after this one, 4 others for under $12 at thrift stores.
Wow. Wow. Well, I know, because I watched you do so many things with yours. I had to get one of my own, and I did, and it made it so much easier to use. It was fabulous. So, would you show us how to do this?
Okay, so now we are really going to pulse these until they're totally ground. Wait.
Until when?
Until they're totally ground, and you're going to get me a piece of
Cheesecloth.
cheesecloth going, okay? Because you don't want it to be soupy. So A, we've strained the yogurt. B, we're going to do the same thing with the cucumber and try to get as much of the, probably this piece here.
Could you hand me the scissors? They're right over there, and I'll be happy to get this. Thank you.
You know, one of my prized possessions is my Julia Child, The Art of Mastering French Cooking.
Julia Child? Who is she?
She is the kitchen guru and goddess of all foodies. Have you seen that movie, Julia, Julia?
I haven't.
Julia, oh, you are going to have to rent that. It's all about this young gal. No, we're going to keep that.
Okay.
It's all about this young gal who decides to take the art of mastering much cooking, and she makes a different recipe every evening for a year.
Wow.
Yes, it was lovely. And I will show you that book as soon as I finish this. So now we've put our cucumber in the cheesecloth. And now all we're going to do is just give it a good squeeze, because look at the liquid that is coming out.
Wow, and we already took the center out of that.
We did.
All right.
Now, if we had a normal cucumber, it would even be more liquid that would come out. So, try and just as much as you can. That's good. Thank you. And we're just going to add this to our yogurt.
Wow.
Cute. And now we're going to add a little lemon juice, a little lemon rind,
Like a zest?
a zest of lemon.
You know, I didn't know what a zest of lemon until I started working with Kippy. It's the rind. It's either grated in or little slices in, and it just adds that little bit of extra zip to it.
Absolutely. So
Hence
really,
the word zest.
oh.
Now, who would have thought of that?
Oh.
It actually means something it's supposed to.
And now we're going to use some fresh dill.
Did you just get that from over there?
Yes, I did.
Look at that. Fresh dill. I mean, it's alive. That's wonderful. Oh, and it smells so wonderful, especially as it's fresh cut.
You know, I mean, you can use the dry. There's nothing wrong with that, and as a matter of fact, it's almost a more pungent taste. But there is just something about fresh, and if you can get it, you know. So now we're just going to mix this up. We're going to do a little taste test, make sure that to adjust our spices. All right. Now, the one thing that I didn't mention is the Greek yogurt that I use is the fat-free. Do you always have to use fat-free? No. But believe me, nobody's going to tell us.
No.
You know? So when you can, and we've said this time and time again, we don't count calories, we don't count points, we don't count grams, nothing of that nature. But when you can, using something that is low fat. Okay, so now we'll just add a little more sea salt, give that a mix, and there you go, Greek tzatziki.
Yum.